Beal just picked up his third foul. And now Green runs over Nurkic, and he'll be called for the foul. And they're going to take a look at this. See Jason Goebel indicating they will go to the monitor here. Nurkic is down in a heap. Green just plows right over Nurkic. And we'll see if there's anything unnecessary added to it. Oh, man.
Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Yep.
Hey Draymond, it's nice to meet you. So here, looking for a therapist. What can I help you with today? Yeah, hey Doc, it's nice to meet you too. Yeah, you know, my work, they just think I need counseling. My work is pretty physical. I was wrestling with one of my coworkers and then I hit him with a spinning back fist. Oh, nice. Do you do MMA? Oh, no, I play basketball. So, Draymond, did you have any other incidents at work like this? Oh, well.
Time is that Green. The dribble right at the left. Getting it back. And a foul is going to be called on Draymond Green.
That's going to be a flagrant.
No question.
Penalizing the second guy that gets caught. Look, first of all, does he get pulled down? Yes. Now watch this. Arms over the legs. Now watch this. No. And no, but we're not done yet. Watch this. Where did Davis foul?
Oh, please. And he jammed his finger, Marquis crack.
Goodness. Draymond came by.
He hit him. Yeah.
Yeah, watch his
not
car.
good. Oh,
It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, at the chest area.
Picked off by Jefferson. And hard foul by Green.
Well, Draymond, you've come to the right guy. This is what we're going to do. Hey guys, it's Daniel, a licensed therapist. Draymond Green, you've been a naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty.
So Draymond's gotten himself into quite a bit of trouble lately, to the tune of him getting suspended indefinitely and him apparently needing counseling, to which the collective world said, no duh. So this is what I would do if Draymond Green walked into my office. The very first thing I would do is ask him what is his explanation as to what's going on. What is his explanation for his behavior? Is his behavior on purpose? Is it calculated? Is it something that he wants to do? Or is it something that he wants to change? Is it something that he finds happening to himself and he's suffering these consequences that he doesn't necessarily want to experience? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the answer. There's an answer here that explains his entire set of behaviors, and maybe he knows it. And so when I ask my clients sometimes, I'm very surprised at how well they know themselves and that they already know the answer. But I wouldn't necessarily expect people who walk into therapy to know the answer already. So what I'm looking for is maybe a piece of the puzzle. And I feel like that's what I do. I take a lot of pieces of puzzles and I put them together and I make a cohesive understanding of a person so that I can understand the answer to why they're doing what they're doing. So maybe he has a piece of the puzzle. And also I'm looking for his level of insight. How well does he know and understand himself? It's all over the place, guys. Some people have an incredible level of insight and some people, they just haven't really thought about what's going on with themselves internally. And like I said, I wouldn't expect people to be experts at this. And if it's a low level of insight, that's okay. It's something that we're going to have to work on. And fortunately for him, I'm a pro, so I know what's going on. But after asking Draymond what's going on, what I would immediately do is first give him some tools so that he can manage himself in these situations. My understanding and conceptualization of what's going on is during these times when he's out there on the floor and he's doing these things, he isn't exactly in control of himself. And so I would give him tools to help him gain control of himself. And what's the number one tool? It's deep breathing. Because what do I think is going on? He's in fight or flight mode. So how does deep breathing help someone get out of fight or flight mode? Well, there's a whole science to it. It has to do with our nervous system. We have two nervous systems, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, but one way we're able to switch out of the fight or flight mode is deep breathing. What's happening when Draymond is throwing that spinning back fist is he's operating out of his primitive reptilian brain. And what he needs to do is operate out of that big, beautiful prefrontal cortex that he has. And what the prefrontal cortex is that part of our brain that's most developed, that's used for thinking and rationality. And that's what we need to do. When he's out there playing basketball, he needs to make very smart, rational choices, which is not what's going on right now. And so deep breathing is definitely going to help that. And another thing I would throw in there is mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that helps keep us present and grounded in the moment. And all mindfulness is noticing the here and now, utilizing our five senses. And so that is another powerful way to help regulate his emotions in the moment. So those are the two things I would start off with to just immediately give him something he can do so that he is in control as much as possible during those moments when he's out on the floor. But you know what? Draymond Green is not going to deep breathe himself into success here. We need to go deeper. And the next thing I would do is go through cognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy is a very common, very successful and proven model to help people regulate their emotions. And the basics of cognitive behavior therapy is the cognitive behavior theory, which is all emotions are valid, but behind every emotion is a thought. So what I would do is investigate with Draymond his thought life. What is he thinking? What is he feeling? And what are the subsequent actions? I tell my clients our thoughts operate much like a train. You guys have heard of it, the train of thought. And what happens in the train of thought is our thoughts go along a pattern that we have established a long, long time ago. And what we need to do is realize that that thought pattern takes us to a destination. And in Draymond's case, it took him to not a good place. So we need to create an alternate pattern of thinking that's going to take us to a different destination. And you know what? I can't tell Draymond where he needs to go. We can think about it and process it. We can say, hey, what do you want to be like? What do you want your career to look like? What do you want your behavior to look like? And then from that destination, we can create the train of thought that's going to get him there. What does he need to think and what does he need to feel in order to get to the place where he needs to get to? And we need to create an alternate track. And from his initial thought pattern, we need to create a fork in the road so that he's able to make a choice to go on that different track so that he can wind up to be where he wants to be emotionally. But even then, I would say, I don't think that that is enough. I think that there needs to be more. So where do we go to? You guys know, his childhood. But you know what? I Googled, I asked ChatGPT, and I could not find much on Draymond Green's childhood. I was able to find that he was somewhat bullied when he was younger, and so I feel like that is a very valuable piece of the puzzle, but that is not the entire piece of the puzzle because there's plenty of people that are bullied, but his behavior is really, really extreme when we talk about all those NBA players. He is functioning probably the worst out of everybody. So him getting bullied isn't exactly powerful enough. Like I said, that isn't the answer, but it does give context into what he's thinking at the time. And so what is my conceptualization of Draymond Green? Why is he doing what he's doing? Well, I believe that Draymond Green is out there throwing a tantrum. That's really what he's doing when he's throwing that spinning back fist. He's throwing a tantrum out there. So what does that mean? It means that Draymond is emotionally arrested at a certain age. Did you know that that can happen? That people can be emotionally younger than they actually are? And I think we look at Draymond, we're like, look, here is this physical beast of a man, and here is this very, very intelligent man. how is he emotionally young? Well, that's just what happens. Some people just don't grow up. And when you feel pain at a young age, you most definitely can be arrested emotionally at that developmental age. So that's what I think is going on with Draymond. He's actually a child emotionally, even though he looks like and sounds like a grown man. And so what we need to do is go into his childhood, go into his themes, go into his memories, the significant life events and his significant experiences, especially the significant times that he was hurt. And we would have to look at how that affected him. And we would just have to rewrite and restructure all of that. And I believe after we've done that, he'll be fine. And he would be in control, and he would do what he wanted to do, think what he wanted to think, and feel how he would want to feel. And he would be able to have the career and actions that he would want. So that's what I would do if I was Draymond Green's therapist. Thanks for watching. See you next time.